Alright, what's going on, guys? This is Morey, Mark from the Erie Better Beer Bureau. Today we're doing side-by-side with the Central Waters Bourbon Barrel Aged Stout and Bourbon Barrel Aged Cherry Stout. They add 75 pounds of cherries per barrel to the Cherry Stout, and this is the Bourbon Stout, which has been around for a little longer. We're doing a side-by-side here. We got the Bourbon Stout in the littler snifters and the Cherry Stout in the bigger ones. We're going to let you know what we think of these.
Okay,
Aroma on the regular.
Okay.
Touch of bourbon?
Touch of bourbon, not a lot of aroma like I was hoping
Yeah. Not a ton of aroma. A little bit of like a kind of a roasted malt, a touch of chocolate. I was just going to say.
That's about it.
Chocolate is, pretty much the dominant aroma with a little bit, not as much bourbon on the nose as I expected.
Yeah, it's there, but
it's there. Yeah, it's chocolatey. I would say that's the dominant aroma on this one. Let's check the Cherry Stout.
Okay.
The cherry's evident.
Yeah, that's a lot sweeter.
And the aroma is a little bit more bold on the Cherry Stout for sure.
And again, that's almost all you smell is cherries, a little bit of roast, but
a touch of chocolate, just a touch, not as much as on the regular. Almost a little bit of a tartness from the cherry.
That's what I was thinking. Tart cherry. It isn't the sweet.
Yeah,
but it is tart. Yeah.
Cheers.
Milk chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
Creamy chocolate.
Definitely a chocolate flavor right up front. A nice malty backbone.
Mm-hmm. This has some little translucent. You can see through it just a little bit. It's pretty dark. It's a dark brown.
Mm-hmm.
For a bourbon barrel aged stout. I thought it would be a little darker.
I feel like, from over the years, I've heard a lot about these. This is actually my first time with both these beers. I've had the Peruvian Morning, and I've had the barrel-aged barley wine, but this is my first time. But the main knock on the Central Waters Bourbon Barrel-Aged beers is mouthfeel. People say that they're just not as thick as some of the other elite ones, but there's a touch of oak there, a little bit of bourbon. Yep. It's not over the top, but it tastes good.
It tastes like a bourbon barrel-aged stout, just a little thinner, a little bit lighter, possibly. Delicious flavor. It's creamy.
Yeah.
It's got a good mouthfeel, but a little thinner body than I expected.
The chocolate that we got in the aroma, I feel like carries over into the taste pretty nicely.
Little hint of bourbon, still there. A little bit of warmth, little light.
Oh yeah,
bourbon.
I'm definitely getting the warmth. Yeah. It's it's a tasty beer. Maybe falls a little short of elite though, for me so far.
I agree. Yeah.
Let's taste the cherry.
Okay. Cheers.
Cheers. Wow. The cherry's not hidden on that at all.
No, it isn't.
And the cherry, just like the aroma, I feel like in the taste also provides a bit of tartness.
Definitely tartness.
Yeah, I mean, it's there.
It completely loses that chocolate body that the regular stout had, and it turns into that tart cherry.
Mm-hmm. Not like tart like a sour, but tart like it's definitely providing a significant tartness to the base beer here.
For a stout. Yeah, for a stout, there's a little tartness to it.
Yeah.
It's sweet. I'm not sure if I actually get a good, like a sweet cherry note like I was expecting. It's a sour cherry.
Yeah.
Which is what we talked about, but it's interesting. All right, for my rating, I tell you what, I'm going to give this one, that would be the barrel-aged stout. Give it another sip here. I'm going to give this one a 4.25. Even though it's lacking some body, just a little thin for me, but I tell you what, the tastes are nice. It's there, creamy, a little bit of a smell of alcohol to it, just a little bit of burn. This is a pretty good beer. I'm going to rate it a solid 4.25. A little more body and thickness to it. It would go up a little some. And a cherry. I'm going to give it a 4.0. Same problem. Nah, I can't say problem. Let me. It's not a problem. Thin body. You know, just what I've been expecting from a barrel-aged stout. A little more body. Cherry is good in there. It's more of a sour cherry, but it kind of reduces the other flavors for me. The chocolate, the malt. So that's why I lowered it just a little bit to 4.0.
All right, I'm gonna go 4 on the original stout here. I think it's awesome. I think as far as price point is concerned, you know, you can't go wrong with this beer. And if it was available to me here in Erie, which it's not, but if it was,
Buy it.
I would easily grab, you know, a 4-pack. I believe it comes in 4-packs of this, if not more. It's a real solid imperial stout. Has great flavors. Yeah, the body's a little thin, but it still tastes really good.
Yep.
I'm gonna go 4 on this one. The cherry stout, I'm going to knock it down to a 3.75, which I think it's still a really good beer. And I like tart flavors in beer. You know, I really do. But this isn't really an intended, like, sour, tart flavor in here.
Yeah.
But that being said, I still don't mind it. And I think it's a good beer. It's definitely above average.
It is, yeah.
Which, you know, 3.75, you know, indicates that.
Yeah, it's just not up there in the elite status of the beers
No,
that we've been drinking.
it's not. But as far as bang for your buck, and even the cherry stout, you know, if it was available around here, I absolutely grab a 4-pack of it. No questions asked. I mean, they're both good beers.
Right.
Solid beers. And I'm enjoying both of them, and I'm glad I got to try. Till next time, guys. Cheers.
Cheers.